or you can contact them through any of their official social media channels for more details. Stay safe and stay connected. We're there for you everywhere you go. Now, at Standard Chartered, your safety and well-being are important to them. They understand there may be heightened levels of anxiety during this period, but they want to encourage us all to remain calm and adhere to the precautionary measures that have been shared by the health authorities. Okay, so wash your hands, use alcohol-based hand sanitizers, avoid touching your face, and remember to cough or sneeze into a tissue and dispose of it right away. Okay, so they have a team, a health and safety unit that has significantly stepped up the frequency and cleaning of their branches and all touchable surfaces, including the ATMs and desks and so forth. Okay, now given the protocols around social distancing, the suggestion from Standard Chartered is that, look, use their digital channels, including the SC mobile app and straight to bank platforms, which are available 24/7 for all transactions. The good thing about banking on the digital channels is that you might just win amazing rewards anytime you transact on SC Mobile. Please stay safe and keep well. Standard Chartered Bank. Here
for good and here for the sports. So, Kojo, the financial package agreed between the Ghana Football Association and Puma, kit sponsor of the country's teams, has been reviewed downwards. Now, the agreement has been cut by about 30%. Our checks have definitely indicated. There's more on the following report.
The German kits manufacturer took the decision to review the agreement due to the negativity that has engulfed the Football Association following the premiere of the Anas Armiao Anas investigative piece dubbed Number 12, which uncovered corruption and match fixing in June 2 years ago. The initial agreement between Puma and the FA expired in August 2018. However, the Normalization Committee reviewed the contract but not with the same terms as before. Per our understanding of the deal agreed between the FA and Puma, there were three benefits of the contract. One, to supply or provide kits up to 500,000 euros per year and a financial contribution of 800,000 euros per year under the last contract. There were other benefits at major competitions like the African Cup of Nations, where at every stage there was a benefit of about 100,000 to 200,000 euros or more, depending on the stage the team reached. If Puma spent 500,000 euros to produce kits when sold, Ghana FA earned about 8% from the sales.
Executive Council member Nano Drosa, for speaking to JoySports, would not confirm the percentage reduction, but did indicate there was a change in figures.
We have renewed our contract with Puma. So during the NC era, they renewed it. So it runs the same as it was before.
4 years?
Yes.
Okay, so same figures or the figures have changed. I've made to understand that initially the figures were about 800,000 euros.
The figures have changed a little because of the expose, because of sales, because of popularity. But we believe we've been there to speak to them. The new administration have spoken to them, and then we are seeing how best we can do to come back to that level, which we believe will be there.
Rosafo speaking there to my colleague Mukhtar Navila there. Now, remember, every aspect of the game has been affected by COVID-19, but some European countries have been taking measures to get the beautiful game back. Germany have set a date for the return of football, and other countries have also started training. Benedict also takes a look at how Ghanaian players out there are feeling about these situations.
It's been more than 55 days since football was last played in the major European leagues, something unprecedented. But there was no way the world was going to choose the game over health. After months of battle with the virus, Germany are on course to become the first country to resume their league. This is happening but under strict protocols. German-based Ghana defender Kasim Nuhu, who plays for Fortuna Düsseldorf, expected this.
I would say maybe 90%. I think the league is going to be played because of some clubs are not able to get money next season to be able to get their new players for the club and everything. So I think of course we are going to play the league so that they can get the TV rights money, so that they can share to the club, so that they can still continue to play in the Bundesliga.
Just some few miles from Germany is Austria. Players there have started training, not the normal training you and I know, but at least it's a step towards getting football back in the country. Samuel Tete plays for Lask Links, leaders of the Austrian league.
We resumed training 3 weeks ago, and I would say everything is going well, even though we are being allowed to train in small groups. I would say for now everything is good. Training has been good. We are in good shape, and we are only waiting for the decision from the government to see if we will continue or not. So I would say for now everything is going well, and we are in good shape.
The likes of Samuel Tete and other Ghanaian players fall on agents to make moves during a transfer window. But with the extension of the leagues and the uncertainty surrounding the resumption of other leagues, how is this affecting the football agents? I've been speaking to Kuku Dapa Ansari, who is the business development head at HC Talent.
COVID-19 is pretty much affecting our business on a day-to-day basis in so many ways, shapes and forms, not only for us as the clients that we represent, as the men that behind the plays that you guys see, but I mean for the clubs itself. I think they are in more financial deficit rather than us in some way, shape or form, as they're not able to reap the benefits of income from games being played, sponsorships and so on. Hopefully when COVID-19 has, settled down a bit more, hopefully throughout the globe we can get back to enjoying our sport and business will resume as per usual.
Benedict, also with that report, now we know the Bundesliga will resume on the 16th of May. That's next week, so some football to come. But just how would everything play out? Here is German football expert Mark Hughes.
Christian Seifert clearly welcoming the return of football, but he's really saying that they're on probation. He's probably got the words of the German government and the states as well ringing in his ears, that the eyes of the world are upon them. They've got to stick to the rules, and he's really emphasising that it's up to the individual to stick to the rules, players included. They must stick to the rules, or the return to football in Germany may not work. It's going to be looked at closely, of course, by other countries, the Premier League, the EFL as well, closely looking at it here in England. They may not follow every point, but it's certainly a template, as Germany is the first major league in Europe to return to playing football. In terms of some of the protocols they've got to look at, the emphasis very much on the individual. So players are going to have to behave and stick to the rules when they get to a stadium. The subs bench will have social distancing. Warm-ups are going to be staggered. That all the players can't be in the tunnel area at one time. And also things like just showering. Well, don't do it at the stadium. Do it back at home after the game. So lots of rules there, lots of protocols, but certainly the eyes of the world are on Germany now.
German football reporter Mark Hughes there. That's ending the Joy Sports Center this morning. It's good to know football is back next week, and of course the locker room will be back. It will be bouncing. It will look like the locker room that you have known.
Oh, happy! No, it's too happy. George, why? You're too excited.
Oh no, I'm just telling you about.
No, all of a sudden, I thought you were giving some commentary like that, because Charlie, the energy level just changed all of a sudden. Charlie, sports is back.
Anyway, this afternoon in the locker room we have a documentary on referee. You see what I'm saying? But next week we'll do our show.
Oh my goodness! Wait, patience.
Okay, patience.
Open them. Happy birthday to Mr. Theophilus Obodai of La Accra. Have a wonderful day, sir. Happy birthday also to Mr. Samson Ado. Now, Samson is the head of engineering for Love FM and Inshira FM. He's our G. Happy birthday to you, Samson. God richly bless you. And this is from the entire multimedia engineering team.
Wow.
Also, happy birthday to Pastor Linda Gifty Hagen of Kumasi Ahinsang.
That's right.
Have a lovely day. And happy birthday to Madam Gifty Vito, aka Auntie of Blessed Assurance Congregation of the Lashibi Community 17 Presby Church. Have a blessed day.
That's right. Next week by this time we are talking football. All right, so I'll see you guys then.
Thank you, George. Thank you.
Yeah.
And look, let me put that question out there one more time. The president extended the ban on public gatherings for 2 weeks ago. He extended it for another 2 weeks, which means it ends on Sunday. On Sunday, he will either extend it or lift it. So we're asking, parents, if it is lifted, will you send your children back to school? Let's talk about it, okay? Let's talk about it. We'll open the phone line shortly for that. But don't forget that later we're also asking what you would do if this was your child.
They stoned my daughter, and even mothers were sitting under their trees watching children to stone their fellow colleague that she's suffering from COVID-19.
Can you imagine? More later.
So everyone says I'm a Kosia filler, but it's not like I'm nosy or go out to find out the latest filler. It's just that I get 50 megabytes of data free after paying for only the first minute of every call. And so I just keep discovering stuff minute after minute. That's how come I was minding my business, scrolling through my timeline, and I found out Coco has a new baby. Oh, and last week, I learned Ken won the lottery. You see, Ken is my brother's friend. So, hello! Look who's about to roll with the rich and famous.
Enjoy even more value with MTN Free After One. You only pay for the first minute of your call on MTN Free After One, and the rest is free. Plus, you enjoy free 50 megabytes worth of data to browse your favorite sites. Compare where, compare there. So dial *315# to sign up. We day for you everywhere you go. Terms and conditions apply.
Oh, one Sunny, mate, see, collect my phone and tell the person say it fell in your car. I need to send this person mobile money, but we are not on the same network, and he also won't understand.
Who needs excuse? You can now send and receive mobile money on all networks across a year easy.
Hey, sir, I didn't know.
News.
From your network to other networks, you can now send and receive mobile money directly across IA Easy. This service is powered by Gift.
Get busy with it. *924#.